How are we doing?
You've been part of some tough losses, but how's this one? How do you take this one when you come back from such a big deficit?
Yeah, we're down a bunch, and a lot of guys made a bunch of different plays to get us back into it. And, they just made one more than us. So kind of back and forth. We got off to a slow start, which we certainly didn't want to do against a good football team like that who plays well from ahead. And they made us pretty one-dimensional. But, always tough losing at the end of the year. It's, obviously we showed a lot of fight, but at the end of the day, you lose a game and you lose a game.
Did you get to the point in that fourth quarter where you thought we're not losing this game? You were in the process of coming back, but the building began to come alive. The team is alive. Has that feeling to it. Did you think that?
Well, we made it after I hit Mike on the deep one. That was a pretty good feeling. Then we're right in it at that point, and then we got, a great turnover and gave us great field position, and then, had the play there, before the Leonard's touchdown, we were kind of figuring out what down it was. At first they said it was a first down, and all of a sudden it wasn't a first down mid-snap, so, made the play, and then they made a couple of plays after that.
We always talk about how much you cherish the relationships with these guys in the locker room. But at the end of the season, it's a very real thing that some of those guys won't be back with you. How hard is it for you when that happens? I know you've been through it so many years, but
yeah, it's just
that doesn't make it easier.
It's just always the reality of football. It's one team 1 year, and then it's never the same after that. And you got to work hard to put yourself in a position to be successful. And we certainly worked hard, and every team at this point does, and every team is really qualified when you get to the final 8, then the final 4, then the final 2, and it doesn't feel good to lose any one of those games, and I've lost each of those stages. So at the end, there's only one team that's going to be happy. It feels good to move on when you move on, and obviously when you don't. Whether it was last week or this week or next week or the week after, or 2 weeks after that, if you're the loser in that game, it all sucks to lose in the end.
Hey, Tom, how do you process going forward? I know a lot of people are wondering how you will contemplate whether you'll come back or not.
I haven't put a lot of thought into it, so we'll just take it day by day and see where we're at.
Did you at least take a moment as you came off the field or at any time today to think about that, to think that this might be the last time I'm out here?
No, I was thinking about winning. That's kind of my mentality always, to go out there and try to win, give my team the best chance to win.
What's the biggest factor for you, Tom? What will be the biggest factor for you in making that decision going forward?
Truthfully, guys, I'm thinking about this game and not thinking about anything past 5 minutes from now.
Hey, Tom, what about the exchange with the referee that you got the penalty for? Can you tell us?
I don't know. He'd probably have to get fined if I said something. So.
Tom, did you have the Super Bowl flash of the Atlanta game flash in your mind at all, that comeback?
It was a great comeback. Obviously, it took a lot. Guys made a lot of great plays to get us back into it. And you don't have a lot of margin for error at that point. And then defense kept coming up big. And sometimes we made it, and sometimes we didn't. We had guys going down. Tyler went down. Jalen went down. We were down to Cam playing the slot receiver. There was not a ton of healthy bodies, but we found a way to get the ball in the end zone there at the end against really good defense. And then it's tough to lose a game. It comes down to the end like that, but it's just the reality of pro football. It's a tough sport. It's tough to win. It's tough to win these games. It's tough to win the next week's games. Tough to win the week 2 games after that.
What did Lenny show you today? Rough week, rough month for him.
He played great. He always shows up in the big moments. So just dependable. I think his maturity and growth over the last couple of years since I've been with him has been really exceptional, and he's a great teammate. Works his tail off. Winning. He really cares about winning. Certainly cares about his teammates. So that's really what your 2 goals should be. You care about your teammates and you care about winning. Everything else you got to put to the side.
20 games last year, 19 games this year. How do you feel physically at this point?
I feel great. I feel great. Physically, I feel great.
What can you say about the resiliency and passion of this group?
I'm sorry?
What can you say about the resiliency and passion of this group? Again, to come back the way you guys did and have a chance to win it.
We've had that since I got here, and I think there's a lot of really tough, hard-nosed guys that believe in each other, and we all believe that, if we just got to make one play, get ourselves in the end zone, we did. We had kicked a field goal, then we scored, then we got a turnover and had a short field, and the defense held, and we just overcame a lot of mistakes. You know, at the end of the day, there's just way too many mistakes. You know, you got to play clean games if you want to give yourself the best chance to win. If it's less than that, you know, you're not going to have a great chance to win. You may have a chance to win, but not the chance to win that we needed. And, you know, they made plenty of mistakes too. I mean, it wasn't I would say a perfect game by them either. But, you know, in the end, they just made one more play than us.